Hi guys, my name is Karen and this is the official YouTube page of Loft Admin Realties. Today I'm going to be telling you guys about things you need to know before you buy that first property. Be it a property you want to reside in your family in or an investment property, the first one is usually important because it affects your investment journey as you go forward. So you need to hear these things I have to say before you go ahead to buy that house. And so, to start off, the first thing you need to know is that there is no rush when it comes to buying a property. Some people can start their search and in a week they get a property that suits into their needs. Some other people can take months. You can take as much as 6 months, and you should know that there is no problem with that because you need to get a property that can actually suit your needs. So there is no rush in the process. You need to tick most of your boxes. I say most of your boxes because I don't think it's possible for you to tick all of them. There are some properties that are going to have some of the features you want and they don't have some of the features, and you have to be able to look for a way to compromise and balance it all. So that is the first step. There is no rush. Take your time to find the right property because you're going to be with this property for a really long time and you don't want to make a mistake. The second step is to be sure of the type of property you want to get. Do you want to get a duplex, a flat, a maisonette, a semi-detached duplex, detached duplex, terraces, or you want to get a 3-bedroom, a 4-bedroom, 2-bedroom? Just be sure of this. And then when you are sure of the type of house you want to get, then the next thing for you to figure out is your preferred location. Where would be comfortable for you to live in? What region would be comfortable for you to live in? Let's say, for example, in the Lagos Island, in Lekki, you probably want to be in Ikate, in Lekki Phase 1, in Osakpa. You just have to know what region is going to be best for you at that particular point, or what region would you prefer to live or to have your investment at. When you're done with this, you need to make a budget. It is necessary for you to have a budget so you do not spend overboard, and because you are aware of the type of house you want and the region you want the house, it is easy for you to narrow down how much the cost of houses in that particular region you want would be. And so when you have done your research, you could either do the research on your own or you contact us at Loft and Main Realties, and then we'll be able to do a consultation for you on how much property costs in every region in Lagos. And that way you're able to narrow down the amount of money you're willing to spend on a property. When you get that budget, the next step is really important too, and that is finding this property. Now you contact your realtors. You can contact us at Loft and Main Realties, and we give you options of the houses in the region you want and with the budget you are provided. And you have to go out there to look at these houses. Now, while you are looking at these houses, most of the time these developers do not build these houses to perfection, to fit your needs. The houses are not tailor-made for you. So definitely there are going to be some parts of the houses that you're not quite comfortable with, but generally the house particularly ticks most of the features that you want in your box, and so you would want to compromise at that particular point. Let's say, for example, you went into a house and every other thing is good, but you are not comfortable with the toilet seats or maybe the bathtub, and so you want to change it. So, and let's say your budget is about 100 million naira and there is this change you need to make in the house. You have to contact people that actually do this construction or that actually sell this particular thing you want to change in the house, that are responsible for that. And then they give you a price range on how much it will cost you to actually change this particular thing. Let's say, for example, you wanted to change the entire bathroom, and then it costs about 5 million naira, for example, to change it to your taste. When you want to negotiate for a house, let's say the house is about 100 million naira and it seems like your budget is 100 million naira. When you want to negotiate for that house, make room for that change that you're about to make. So if you're making a change of 5 million naira and you do not make room for it in your negotiation, you're going to be spending more than you bargained for. You'll be spending 105 million naira. But if you make room for that in your negotiation, you'll be paying 95 million, and the 5 million naira on top just puts you at a balance point. You do it that way and you are still on track when it comes to your budget. So make sure you make room for that. Do not just start negotiating for a property when you have not factored all of these changes that you have to do in the property. When you have not factored their prices into consideration, you are just going to negotiate blindly without even knowing what you're doing. I know not all property have room for so much negotiation, but at least you need to know where the target of this your negotiation is going to be. Like, where is your limit point that you can't do more than this, especially because you have this project you have to carry on in this property. So when you have done all necessary negotiation and you are comfortable with the price now, including the space for the renovations you're going to do in the house, then you move forward to the documentation of the house, and you have to do your due diligence when it comes to the documentation of this house. You have to make sure you contact the right people to do this search for you on this property. Your lawyers have to be involved in it, because if you get this wrong, you're going to get in real trouble, in real legal trouble. Someone could come one day and just claim ownership to your house, and at the end of the day you realize that this property that you paid this huge sum of money on really doesn't belong to you at all. So make sure you do your due diligence well. Do not let nobody hurry you to pay for a property when you have not done what you need to do legally. This cannot be overemphasized. It is really important. It is the most important of all the steps I have mentioned earlier, because you could buy a horrible house, you could buy the best house in the world, but if the documentation is wrong, that money is wasted. So try to make sure that you get your lawyers involved in this step. Do not feel like it is not necessary to have your lawyer in the process. Get a lawyer involved in it. Then when you are done with this, that is when you proceed to making payments. And after your payment is done, make sure you ask for all of the receipt, the contract of sales, the deed of assignment if there is one, and every other documentation that you need. Then you can proceed. Now, all of these things I just mentioned are the most important things you need to do before you get that property. There are other things that you need to consider while you're searching for the house, and this is things that you need to consider during your inspection period, where your realtor is taking you from one property to the other. So while you're inspecting, there are some things that you need to observe in the house, in the region that your realtor took you to. I do not want to put that information into this particular video right now, and so on our next video I'm going to be talking in details on things you need to look out for when you are going on inspection on a property, because it is easy for you to not notice these things. You do not even know that they're going to be a problem later because you have not bought a house before. So if you need to know this, kindly subscribe, because on our next video we're going to be talking about that. And please put on your post notifications so that you get notified immediately we post it. Please do not go ahead to buy a property if you have not listened to this video. I hope this content was useful to you. If it was useful to you, please click on the like button, subscribe, turn on our post notification, and you could check us out on Instagram at loftandmainrealties.com. Main spelled with M-A-N-E. I'm going to leave it on the description box, and you could contact us at any time if you need any information about investing in real estate, about wanting to get a property, or how to even start the real estate journey. Thank you so much. My name once again is Karen, and this remains the official YouTube channel of Loft and Main Realties. Looking forward to seeing you on the next video. Thank you and bye.